welcome back to the Oversharers podcast. My name is Carlton.
And I'm Harbour.
And today we have a brand new episode featuring... we got Chinutay in the building!
I had no idea. I'm like, where are we going?
We haven't done this before.
There's your camera.
Oh, goodness. Oh, that's mine.
Yeah. And that's our one.
That's
hey,
a good
girl.
side, so I'm just going to be like, so
everyone's good side. Oh, my God. How are you?
No, I'm good. I'm so excited.
How was your day today? Did you
It
have
was
a long
really,
day?
really chill, I think.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Well, it hasn't ended yet. When you go home and you see how the kids are, then that's when.
But if they're sleeping, you're all right.
Yeah,
That's
they
my
won't
dream.
be sleeping.
That's my dream. I'm like, I always just text mom. I'm like, oh, they're sleeping. Thank you.
Okay, it's safe to walk in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I can't tell. Right, should we do Chinutay's lovely intro that we wrote down?
This is so sweet, you guys.
Oh,
Keep it, like, it's short
no, because we
enough.
have to big you up. Chinutay is a true force to be reckoned with. Her brand creates I can't read. What is it? Exquisite. That's exquisite. Handcrafted fragrances, hijabs, and more. Right, continue. It's your turn.
Oh, we're so bad at this.
We're so
Okay.
bad. It's okay. You guys know us.
But that's not all there is to this remarkable woman.
Indeed.
Chinutay is a woman of many talents
Indeed.
and passions. Oh, we've added passions.
We've added passions.
When she's not pouring her heart into her business, you can find her cuddling with her beloved cats and immersing herself in their feline charm.
We did our research.
Chinutay's journey is nothing short of inspiring. Starting as a nurse, she fearlessly pursued her dreams, transitioning into an entrepreneurial powerhouse.
Oh.
Her dedication, resilience, and unyielding spirit have propelled her to new heights. Today, we have the honor of inviting Chinutay to our podcast, where we dive into the juiciest stories and play thrilling games. Brace yourselves for an episode filled with laughter, revelations, and unfiltered discussions.
Woo!
So sit back, relax,
Oh, go on.
and immerse yourself in the beauty and wisdom that Chinutay brings.
Okay, that wasn't an intro. That was a love letter.
Oh my God, did you like
And
it?
I'll marry you, yes. Sorry, I'll marry
We're taking you.
I remember taking her. Thank you.
and kind. I love you guys.
Oh, we love you too.
Can I just say, you've just been, I think, for the longest time, I used to watch you when I was at uni.
Yeah, you've been in the game a
You've
long
been in the game a long time.
We're
We're OG fans. And I think a lot of the people that listen to us are OG fans. And I just think you're very vibrant. Like when you watch your YouTube, like you're just it's like girl next door. You're chilling
It's
with
like
her.
we're on FaceTime too.
Yeah.
I remember like you used to do the makeup tutorials, the hijab tutorials, and just seeing your like journey since then has been so inspiring. And like to having, your own home and the home decor page. I just love everything about it. Like I just feel like I've just been there from the beginning. And I just know that a lot of people who listen to us will know you as someone that, was one of the OG trailblazers of the content creating world.
Wow.
Indeed. Okay.
Thank you. That is like a love letter. I want it written down so I can print it and hang it in the wall and read it to myself.
No, honestly, we're like actually fangirling right now.
It's okay. You know what? Tell us about you. What is the origin story? Growing up in Canada, siblings, life. What was that like for you? Moving to UK?
I feel like I have a very similar story to a lot of girls that watch me. I feel like my parents were immigrants. I'm first generation. I grew up in the projects, so we're like the hood.
So
let's just
where
say,
you get character.
yeah, exactly, right? I feel like projects is like a little more derogatory. What's the appropriate term for it?
Dixon.
Yeah.
State. It's Dixon. Oh yeah, remember. Let's not get Canadians come up.
Immediately you said projects and you said earlier that you're from Toronto, and the only thing that I could think of was Dixon. And my cousin, she always describes Dixon in this really funny way where she's like, it's like blocks of houses that are like this. What the hell does that mean? And she's like, don't worry, you're never going there. So
I think we went to Dixon.
did you guys go? I didn't go.
I went once, and then they told me to go. I was like, okay. No, it was like a normal estate.
I miss it though. I forgot most of the train stations when I was back there a few
Oh
months
no!
ago. I know, it's been that
how was
long.
it? Because you went back.
It was amazing. It was the first time I went in 4 years. Yeah, like some of my friends haven't met my kids. Yeah, because of COVID.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he hasn't met some of his uncles. And
guys, that must have been like, wow.
Yeah, it wasn't as like dramatic as we all thought.
Oh, really? Okay.
Ready? Okay.
We're going in.
And then Adam's like,
oh,
all right,
Is
where's
it?
my iPad? I don't know you. Stranger danger. I don't know you.
Oh, no.
No, but it was really, really nice. I felt like I was more nervous about going with kids, traveling.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Alhamdulillah, it actually was a lot better.
Do you feel like Toronto changed much since you last
I feel like I changed.
Oh, you outgrew Toronto.
Also, like, you know, I've been here for 6 years.
Yeah.
And after 6 years, I've planted my roots. I have my routine.
Yeah.
Toronto it feels like a distant home, but I immediately get homesick, and it's Milton Keynes that I'm homesick for. I know.
But I mean, you know, that kitchen, I'll be homesick for that kitchen.
I mean, you've nested and you've created a life.
I
so
know.
yeah, it kind
And
of.
it's beautiful.
Thank you. But it is my home, and it's where everything is. And yeah, so when I do travel home, I feel like I've grown my own roots here when I go back to Toronto and I get homesick for the UK.
Yeah. And you feel like you've created a life here.
Created a life, exactly.
Yeah, and you have babies here.
Exactly.
Girl,
Everything.
she
You
used
have a lot of
our
firsts
NHS.
here,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Oh God, but stop. I'm not going to cuss the NHS, but it's okay.
No,
we'll
we
move
love
on.
the NHS. God bless them.
Side eye. Okay, so back to origin stories. So growing up, you were in the estate.
So my family was first generation. I was the first child to be born in Canada.
No.
So everybody else came over.
Okay.
And I feel like,
Are you the youngest?
no, my mom surprised us with Sammy, like, when I was 14.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cute.
Wait,
That's
so
like you.
Yeah, we had a random, like, my mum randomly got
child.
pregnant when I was doing my GCSEs. It was weird. But basically, were you living in Toronto? Did your whole family then move to London? Or was it just
No,
you?
just me.
Just you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So that's when you got married.
Yeah, I literally have no family here.
Damn.
I just came to
How did you like?
Navigate
manage that?
friendships,
Yeah.
like connections, networks,
I
all
feel
of
like it was a lot of you go through, like, you know how there's like levels of grief, what do you call it, stages of grief?
Yeah.
There's like stages of like moving and like growing a life in a new country that you're not used to.
Yeah.
So when I first moved here, it felt like the first 6 months was like a vacation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, this
And
is
you're
great. No mama, no baba. You have to share a bathroom. Like, this is fantastic. You know what I mean? I'm living with a boy. Ew, okay. You know, it was all new, fun, like romantic. And then after the 6 months, you go through a phase where you're just like, okay, this is nice. I'm ready to get home.
Yeah.
You get a little homesick.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel like from 6 months to 2 years, if you can manage to be happy and try to find friends, routine, all these things, you either like break or you like pass the test.
Yeah.
Damn.
After those 2 years, you then begin to make the new place your home. That's when it all starts. So it takes a while. It's not immediate.
It's a long settling in process, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you had Amir as well.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a huge part of why I'm still here.
yeah.
Oh,
Definitely.
shout out to Amir.
Shout out to Amir, but grown up in the UK. Thank you for bringing her. And also, your love story, because we love love stories.
We love it so much.
It started with Game of Thrones. We love that.
So tell us a bit about it, if you don't mind.
So I met my husband on Twitter,
Oh.
and I had no intentions on getting married, meeting someone. Like, I wanted to travel the world. SubhanAllah, I have a sister who's 10 years older, and I got married before her. And it was just like so unexpected, but when something's written for you,
Yeah. How old were you when you got
I
married?
was 21.
Oh my God, you're a baby.
Yeah,
You're a baby.
mashallah, I'm 30 now.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Welcome,
yeah.
You were
welcome.
21.
Yeah, so if you've been following me since I moved here, you've been following me for almost
That
a decade.
is so crazy. I remember your wedding.
Yeah.
Everything. That is so mad.
Yeah.
Allahu Barak.
Oh, Allahu Barak, that's amazing. I can't believe I've been watching you for that long.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why in my mind, like now when I'm talking to you, it's like it's normal. I don't know what it is.
It's like, it's not Chinutay from the screen, it's
Just
Chinutay.
Chinutay.
Oh, that
It's
makes me so
cute.
happy.
So like, wait, we're asking so many questions. So marriage at 21, how was that like?
So it was unexpected. I wasn't looking for love. I was doing my nursing. I was in first year when I met him, and I was just sort of like trying to figure myself out. I no intention on even dating. I had like a whole thing planned for myself. I knew I wanted to live abroad.
Yeah.
I wanted to do nursing across borders. I had no idea where I was going to go.
Okay.
And I was making YouTube videos, so I didn't know what I was going to do with that either.
Yeah.
So I did that. I met him. He was actually a friend at first.
Oh, I love that.
We got to know each other just based off the show. And then I actually reached out to him first.
Oh, you shoot your shot? I love
I
that.
did. But not knowing that
it was gonna end up.
First of all, he was even Muslim. He was even a dude. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah,
so it was just
he
a
had no
random.
picture. Yeah, he tweeted about Game of Thrones.
Okay.
And I was new on Twitter. I followed like Taylor Swift and like a whole bunch of random
Did you love
celebs.
Taylor Swift?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was just like, I was super new on Twitter. She's
loves
okay.
Taylor
Don't cuss it. I was going to say heap over this table and jump you.
She's like, Rufia, please cut that bit out.
Don't embarrass me.
The Swifties are going to come for Chinutay.
I was about to jump over the table.
I also find it so funny that we keep calling you Chinutay when your name is
Mal. What the hell? I'm so sorry.
It's actually what my family called me as well. So they used to tease me about it. But I made it my brand. So jokes on them.
Back to the love story because, like, I just know
We love love.
Yeah, we love love.
So I messaged him on Twitter asking him about the show, season 1. Nobody watched it at the time.
Yeah.
I had no girlfriends to kind of like ask. So I went to Twitter for my answers, #Game of Thrones, because the first season is very confusing.
Yeah.
You either get hooked or you leave.
Yeah.
Especially when Thingy dies.
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin it for anyone.
Yeah, smart. Yeah. So I sent him a message and he came back to me. I'm like, hey, so I have a question about the show. So you don't know me. No idea he was Muslim. No idea he lived in London.
Oh my god.
SubhanAllah.
Oh my god, is that not like
Chinutay
a
is so lit. She's actually so lit. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Like, I wish I had the vim to just casually message somebody who tweeted about a show.
I feel like social media was so much more chilled.
Yeah, back
really
then. Like
now
now,
you
I
overthink
don't.
it like it's probably creep. Oh my god, I didn't know this person. He's an egg. Like, you know what I mean?
That's
Back then,
actually
it's
true.
just like,
Twitter was fun back then.
yeah,
And
it was
like
fun.
people are really into screenshotting stuff now. So it's like you can't be that safe. But back then, everyone was
Nobody
just like no one
cared.
even knew Twitter like that. So it kind of
Exactly.
worked.
Yeah.
So then you messaged him, then you guys started talking.
And we only talked about the show. And then I feel like a few episodes in, I'm like, oh, by the way, my name's Manal. He's like, oh, my name's Amr. I'm like, oh, that's a Muslim name. I'm like, yeah, Muslim. I'm like,
We're getting check. We got something.
He didn't know me. I was just some stranger. If anything, I was weird to him.
Yeah.
Like
why is
messaging
this
him
going
about.
to- Yeah.
And so he's like, I'm from London. I'm like, oh, London, Ontario, cool. He's like, London,
UK.
I'm like, oh, you have an accent.
Like I'm into
Cool,
that.
let me hear it. No, but we stopped talking after the first season 1 was done because it was just weird. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing to talk about. Following season, we're like, Game of Thrones, buddy!
Oh, cute.
Yeah. And then that's when it just
and then
never
it just
stopped.
carried on.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Have you guys ever decided to rewatch Game of Thrones together?
No, but I would love that. I feel like I need an entire summer.
Yeah.
Like,
I tried to
need
do
a
it
lot of
recently. I couldn't do it.
That would be such a full circle moment, right?
Yeah. Inshallah, maybe when we're in our 50s.
Oh
The
my
kids are
god,
grown.
imagine!
I'm gonna cry.
Your anniversary party needs to be like Game of Thrones.
Inshallah.
Honestly,
Oh
along
my
with
God, I would
Barrick.
love
Okay. Guys, honestly, allow me. I love love, okay?
Me too.
Okay. We can do a few more questions with us and then start with our lovely game. I'm actually really excited for this game.
Same.
Should we do one more question and then we can do the
I
game?
just want to play the game.
Okay, I want to play the game too. The game we're going to play today is called 5-second summaries, okay?
Okay.
So me and Colton, I've got a list of... You can't look. So 5-second mysteries, we're going to basically describe shows to you or movies in 5 seconds and you need to guess them.
Cool.
For example, I don't know. I can't think of one. But yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Rachel McAdams.
The Notebook.
I
saw that one. Face forward. I'm like, give it to me.
3, 2, 1, go.
Will Smith, police officer, guns,
Oh,
and that guy.
Bad Boys.
Yay! Try and say it without
The
any
characters.
actresses' names. Go.
Oh, do you know how hard that is?
You can do it.
Okay. Wait. Let me think of the words that I need to say.
You're cheating.
Okay, go
We
on then.
really
Fine.
can't play games in this
Okay,
podcast.
this is going to be really hard for me.
Maybe 10 seconds.
Okay,
Let me do 10 seconds.
let's do
for you.
10.
1, 2, 3, go.
Okay, so a girl interns at a magazine company, and she
Devils wears Prada.
That cheese is good. What the hell? Fine.
Right,
I'll
go
do
on.
some.
Okay, 3. You ready?
got
2,
this.
1, go.
Right. She works at a magazine. He works at another magazine. They have a little battle.
30 days. Break up in 30 days. What?
And they break up, but it's a
Yeah,
time
yeah.
frame in which they break up. What is it?
Something about like
30
30 days.
seconds.
No.
Follow in 30 days.
Stop.
Break up in 30 days.
How to lose a guy in 10 days.
That was a good one though. That was a good movie, wasn't it?
I love that movie.
Okay, next one.
You know what it is? Apparently Matthew McConaughey back then was like, he wasn't really taken seriously.
Yeah.
And then he just had this glow up where he started doing these serious movies. And
What was
then
that first
he
serious
started,
movie that he did?
The execs started taking him seriously. I think it was
It was
the
a
one
cowboy that had HIV.
HIV.
What was it called?
That one was
Dallas
really good.
Buyers Club, I think. Yeah.
That was good. You know what movie's really good? And I watched it recently again. Interstellar.
The Gentleman.
Yeah,
He
that's
too
Oh, The
was in.
Gentleman's good.
Oh, that's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. Wasn't
really
he also
funny.
in, what's the Leonardo DiCaprio film? The Wolf of Wall Street. He was in The Wolf of Wall
Yeah,
Street.
he was.
Yeah.
And apparently that scene where he goes like this,
Yeah.
that was improv.
Really?
So like he just did it on that moment and then they kept it in.
No, he's amazing.
I know.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
The guy died in a car accident. The movie is like 10 movies all in one. Lots of cars. Always racing. Lots of cars and racing.
Oh, Fast and Furious.
Yes.
Wait. That was a really good
That
game.
was good. That was very good.
I feel like it's a little, it gets you moving.
No, but now, like, also, I feel like you are a film person.
I am.
Yeah.
What's your favourite show?
Right now, I'm watching. Have you guys seen Snowfall?
No, is it good?
Yeah, it's really good.
Is it a film or a show?
It's a show.
Is it drugs?
Yeah.
Oh, is it in LA?
Yes.
Is it on
with
Netflix?
Idris?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
have heard of it.
It's
I've
so
heard of it.
good. I
You
just
know-
finished it.
Have you watched Hijack yet?
Oh
No,
my
is it
god,
good?
you and Amir need to watch Hijack together.
It's amazing.
Is it?
It's
It's
so
good.
good.
In like the first few minutes, but I was tired.
No.
Okay, no, you've got to give it like a good solid, like, I've got at least 3 hours until bedtime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought it was quite good.
It's very
Are you
good.
into Korean shows?
I've only seen one, but I would love the recommendation. I like the romance and the cute. I like how hadat it is too.
I was kidding.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, let's do some questions from you guys.
You got really wholesome questions.
Yeah.
Aw, that makes me happy. Oh, I'm doing a good job then.
No, you are.
I'm not
They
being
love
legit online.
Yeah, you're not being problematic.
No, you're not. You're like someone comfortable to always go back to,
Okay, good.
and that's
You're,
what we
no,
like.
you're like part of my wholesome. You know how you compartmentalize different content creators. You're like in the wholesome category.
Aw, okay, good.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to go first?
Right. How did you build a platform and not be involved in drama, especially in the Muslim world?
You know what? That
Cute.
kind of goes around the wholesome content, right?
Yeah.
Let me think about this.
Is there a lot of drama in the Muslim content creation world?
I feel like over the past decade, there
Yeah.
has been drama. But I don't involve myself in drama because it's just not my brand.
Yeah.
No.
And
I'm
also,
trying
it's
to get
just
this
not
money.
cute. Yeah, it's just
yeah.
not cute. I feel like my brand is more wholesome, more good big sister advice.
Yeah.
And it's just not worth my time. Not saying that there hasn't been people I had to check in the DMs
Yeah.
or outside. Yeah, but there's no way to
Trifling
publicly-
behavior.
Yeah, there's no reason to publicly give them a platform to do that, especially on my name. So I think I've just been avoiding it.
Okay, I've got a cute one that kind of sums up what you said earlier. Any tips? So she's like, do you have any tips for someone who's moved away for marriage to where they have no one? I think you kind of said
You
it
know
earlier.
what? I get
though.
that question so much.
Really?
Yeah, and I feel like, if you have a really good support system, that'll make or break it.
Yeah.
Those stages that I mentioned with a good support system is so important. Otherwise, I feel like it's just too hard to adapt. For me, I'm not that strong of a person. I found it very difficult, but because Amr knew to what extent that he was asking me to leave behind,
Yeah.
he was super supportive. And his
Oh,
mom
bless.
came from Pakistan, and she also had a hard time. So he saw what she went through, and she was like, you know what? Yeah.
Shout out to Amir.
Yeah. I think a partner or whoever you're moving for, or just a support system
Yeah.
is very, very important.
Do you feel like having that support system minimized, because you said earlier it was like 2 years until you felt really settled? Do you feel like just having those people in your life kind of like shortened that period of it for
I don't
you?
think it shortens it. I think it makes it easier.
Easier, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Cute. Do you want to go?
A lot of people are asking the same kind of questions.
Oh, I've got one. I've got a good one.
Really?
How does the Queen balance being a mum, a wife, a business owner, and her mental health? That's a lot.
It is a lot. I make sure they're all separate.
Nice.
They're different hats.
Mm-hmm.
My kids are a priority, and then everything kind of falls after that. So with my business, I have support. I think I otherwise it would be impossible.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful for that, and I'm very fortunate for that. My husband works with me at home.
Oh, cute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
How do you guys do it?
He works with the business,
Okay.
and I work with I kind of like sign off on the
Yeah.
business as well, and make big decisions and make sure everything is running smoothly,
Yeah.
and focus more on the beauty content and lifestyle content.
That's good.
that's
At least that's a
smart.
good balance as
Yeah,
well.
we're not in each other's faces. We work in
Yeah,
separate
because that's what I was
rooms.
thinking.
Yeah.
Nice.
Although he does still find it annoying, I love it.
You're
I
like,
love being
want
able
you
to,
all the time.
babe, I need something. Oh, I need an office of my own, you know?
Oh.
But yes, just having a support system is important. Being a mom is very difficult. And, you know, I've been told that I make it look easy,
Yeah.
but it's not easy at all. And obviously there's times where I'm, like, crying and, like, struggling. I'm having a really hard day.
Mm-hmm.
But I like to keep my page, like, super positive, also transparent, but more, like, motivational, more like, we
Yeah.
got this sisterhood type of thing rather
Yeah.
than,
A
oh,
dump.
I hate this right now. Today I'm miserable, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and I think that's a really good testament because when I'm not like a major content creator. So like if I'm having a crap day, I want to relax at nighttime and watch content creators that are like happy, and like I want to indulge in content that's happy about parents. It reminds me of why I'm happy to be a parent. Like I don't want to always dive into negativity. I don't know how that makes sense. Even though that's a good thing because it kind of shows like how real
Like both sides.
and authentic motherhood can be.
Yeah.
But yeah, not everyday trauma dump. I can't.
That's exactly it.
genuinely
The trauma
can't.
dump I can't do. So.
It just makes you sad, doesn't it?
And it's like, why did I
But
do
it
this?
is
And it's
hard.
like, yeah, and you kind of, yeah.
It is hard.
essentially.
I mean, like, it's not easy at all. I'm always busy. I'm always stressed out, but it's a good stress because I love what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm driven. Like, I will do it in my sleep. There'll be
I think-
times I wake up and I'm like, I gotta finish this.
Ultimately, if you love what you do, then everything else will just feel like
Absolutely.
it's like I got this. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
you know, when you have an end goal and you're like, right, I know what I'm working towards. This is just temporary. Like, do you know what I mean? When you kind of
Yeah.
install that in your head, then it just makes things bearable.
Are you done with 2 kids? Are you gonna have another?
You know what? I was so broody.
You're still
Girl, I
broody
just
with
gave
2
birth.
kids.
I just
oh my
gave,
God,
5
you're
months.
sick.
I've been broody since she came out.
Is it the
It's
hormones?
the hormones.
I heard there's these strange hormones that make women feel some type of way after
Girl,
they give birth,
I don't know
especially in
how.
like the first 6 months.
Not with 2 boys.
It
that's
was
fine.
definitely the oxytocin. It's still lingering in my body because the
No
way I wanted
way.
another kid.
Oh, I love that for you though.
No,
you
I
guys
feel
make
like
cute
it was-
babies.
Oh, thanks. I love them so much. MashaAllah, Allah Mubarak. They are like the
Mubarak.
biggest blessing of my life. They give me purpose. I don't know what
Oh,
I
I
would be or
love
who I would be
that.
without them.
Allahumma barik.
Yeah. But I
just-
just was just like super broody, and I feel like imagine if I did that and then the hormones left and I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
Mm.
But yeah, inshallah, I do want more. I just need to chill.
Inshallah. Somebody said, in your opinion, what's your biggest achievement?
I think my biggest achievement is overcoming things I never thought I could do. Like
Cute.
I was never I was studious, but I had ADHD growing up. I had no idea, and I was doing okay while trying very hard. Wow. So I was never really good at anything. And then I feel like when I found something that I was good at, which is like beauty in like tutorials, I was doing girls' eyeliners in the bathroom, the same eyeliner on like 6 different girls.
It's a struggle in high school. Don't worry.
It was a struggle, but I finally found something that I was good at. And that's what I stuck to while making sure I had something I could fall back on, which was nursing. I mean, I love nursing, but it's a different type of fulfillment.
Yeah.
No, I love, do you know what I love is the fact that you knew what you really wanted to do, and you also knew that having a degree is equally as important just in case things F up. Like, just in case. I was trying to instill this same like kind of thing into my little cousin the other day. I was like, just do the degree, like please. Just, I know you hate it now, but you're going to be 21 and it's going to be done, and you never have to look back. I don't know, but it's nice like that you just have your little cushion.
Well, because of my degree, I spent 2 years away from Amir after being married to him. I graduated and then I didn't even pursue it. I immediately went did YouTube full time. Yeah,
which is nice.
Which is amazing. Yeah, alhamdulillah. I mean, I didn't make a living off of YouTube until 5 years in.
Yeah,
but
YouTube was hard back then.
It was a passion. I feel like if you had the passion for it, that was the only way you can stick. Otherwise,
of course,
the high goes and you're like, wait, I'm not achieving my goals as fast as I want to, and you have to love it. You have to love it.
And I think as someone that did nursing as well, I feel like a really good example is that growing up, I don't think we had any, well, for me anyway, I don't think I had any idea of like what different type of work was in like career wise. So like when I finished high school and I did A levels, everyone was just like to me, like the whole purpose of me getting a nursing degree was to not pay tuition fees. Do you know what I mean? There was no thought behind what do I want to do. And I feel like girls now, they're like a lot more driven. They have like so much more awareness. They've got people like examples like us doing a podcast or people doing different things. And
we didn't have those examples growing up. And you know what's even shocking to me is like some of like my little cousins and stuff will talk about how they have like Somali teachers in school, and I'm like, what? Like that?
Never in my life did I have a Somali. Actually, once in A level, and I was surprised.
I've never had a Somali teacher in the 5 years that I was in secondary school.
No.
Forget
TikTok
primary
has exposed
school.
me to like the coolest teachers, like the way they dress, and I'm just like, why don't have teachers
I
like this?
know. There's this Canadian one that dresses like 90s style. She's so hit.
I think I've seen her.
She's so hit, honestly. But yeah, like, I feel like people are exposed to a lot more, and like your journey kind of reminds me of Monet's. Like she was a nurse, like and you give me same vibes.
Yeah. Is Monet Canadian?
No, she's American, but like,
but
it's giving. It's giving like
Monet.
Finished uni, did YouTube, did nursing, and also like girl next door vibes. Like it's giving Monet.
I love that. I love it.
Okay, last question. Someone goes, how can I get over someone who's never loved me and rejected me and is my brother's best friend?
Oh,
you know, I really like brother's best friend trope on books, so I don't know, she's kind of ruined it for me a little bit. I don't know. What would you say to that? How to get over a brother's best friend that she basically loves, but he's rejected her?
I mean, he's rejected her.
Girl, I'll be like, take the L.
Yeah. I mean, you've got a rejection.
I feel like she sounds quite young.
She didn't say her age, though.
Let me think. Oh my God, you have so much ahead of you, and there are so many other options out there. You're gonna be like picking who you want, and you know what I mean. Like it's just what. I think it's all like just glitter and rose-colored glasses.
Yeah.
Right? But other than that, I remember liking my brother's friend, and I used to embarrass him all the time. Like, do you guys want a snack? Do you want some drinks? We have some juice box. You know what I mean? And he was like, can you get out of here?
Oh my God. She's like, I'm present. I'm sat. I'm here.
Yeah, I made it very clear I liked him, and I was like, 50.
Oh no, you didn't.
Yeah, I was very confident.
If I
see something, I'll go and get it. Yeah, and he knew I did. He was like,
no, I was a little freak. I was weird. I would just do things like stare, or like just be in their presence.
Me too. I don't even have a brother. But it's the boys in the Milan that I used to go with. It used to be me in the corner just staring.
No, I would openly make it clear I like this person, and with my brother in the room. He's like, get out. I'm like, okay, wait. Do you need anything else?
Have you always been that confident?
Yeah, I feel like, honestly, I think it was just ignorance. Like, I like you.
Just
Delulu land. I don't care what you think.
She's giving 13 going on 30.
Now I'm a lot more self-aware.
Yeah.
I just had no self-awareness.
She's like, I had no pause button.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, that makes me laugh.
Oh my God. Okay, last question, I promise. This one says, regarding body positivity and confidence after having a baby, do you have any tips?
Oh my gosh, yes. Absolutely. I'm still in it. I'm still feeling like there's days where I feel like I'm so like not feeling myself. I don't want to get dressed. This is such a big and important one because it can really it can define how you feel for months on end, and you can just either spiral in this feeling and get even worse, or you can just wake up and do something about it. My confidence has been hit a lot because when I had my 2 kids, my body changed a lot. Like I put on like something like 80 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, 80, maybe even 90, actually, when I think about it.
You look good. I feel like your height helps
like,
you.
Thanks.
But when I look at you, I don't see that.
I think the height is...
The height helps, I think.
Proportioned.
I'm almost 6 feet. It just kind of spreads out.
Yeah.
But I feel like I started working out. I haven't seen the changes, but my confidence has increased ridiculously.
Oh, that's good.
because I'm like I'm pushing myself and I feel more, my tolerance is higher.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm healthier when I go up the stairs. I'm not like heaving for breaths as much.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, okay, I look the way I look. One tip I would give is love yourself as it is right now. That's how you have to start. Even if you don't, you have to pretend like you do until it feels real. Give yourself positive affirmations. Like, love who you are in your worst stage, what you consider your worst stage, because any improvement will be
like
an improvement.
Even more,
Exactly. Rather than what didn't work for me was saying, I am like this, but don't worry, I'm going to get better. This is not cute, but I'm going to get there. And I never got there.
It's like you got to reconcile with the way that you currently are.
Exactly.
And like love that before you can.
I used to always do that before. Like I used to always compare myself to my old self and be like, yeah, I'm gonna get there. I used to buy clothes like smaller than me, just to make myself think like it's gonna motivate me to get to that level. And then you don't get to it, and then it makes you feel even more shittier because you're like, I haven't reached that level. So now I just buy clothes that fit me. And then if I lose weight, I lose weight. You know?
It's fine. You could go to the charity box.
Like it's cool. Do you know what I mean?
It's just loving who you are at right now, and then just working it from there. So taking your steps of going to the gym, feeling healthy, being self-aware is huge. I feel like I'm more confident now than I was when I was like tiny, and I thought I had body dysmorphia, so I thought it was like I felt huge and unattractive, and now I am significantly bigger and I feel more sexier because I have the confidence. I've gone through so many struggles, and going through those struggles has given me such like an assurance and confidence in myself. I feel so proud of myself because of those struggles. And this has nothing to do with like success. It just means like living life, overcoming trauma.
And just having like a positive outlook about like things like perception.
Facing my fears, doing things that I would just avoid, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna do this for my own self-growth. Going to the gym, trying to, just get fit, building my stamina.
Like how powerful is it to like, not to get sentimental, but like how powerful is it to like go through some mad shit and to like get through it and then like be on the other side and then just look in and be like, oh my God, I actually did that. And like not a lot of us, I think as women, we often forget to celebrate that. Like it's on to the next thing.
And we overlook the bad things as being bad things. You don't see that as like we've overcome something.
It's just like, oh, I've done it, move on, let's do the next thing. What's the next hurdle? But like, you did a massive thing.
Like having a child is huge.
It's a massive thing.
You did it twice.
I know. I feel like that gave me the most amount of confidence. I've had so many issues with my business, like behind the scenes, like COVID affected my stock getting to me, my seamstresses making the wrong sleeves on the wrong gowns, compromising hundreds of gowns, and all of these issues that I have overcome. I did like a pre-sale in my shop, and the stock didn't come until like weeks later, and I was just like, I thought my business was over. But mind you, I went to school for nursing, so I have like no experience in business. So everything that I've learned made me so confident in the decisions I make now, because I've learned so much from those mistakes, and that's what's built my confidence. Just learning new things.
But that's what setbacks are about, aren't they? Just learning and not doing it again. Right?
Not doing it again. But just quickly going back to your business. So one of the key questions I wanted to ask was, like, what are the highs of having like a really amazing, successful business like you do? And what's I think you've already spoken about a low that you've just said now anyway, but what's like a low that you've overcome?
So the high, I feel like with my business, when I first started it, I had no idea the level and the depths of like just experiencing errors and traumas and mistakes that can happen. It was all my investments that I invested in my shop. Like I have no investors. It's just me and my savings account. And I played so many hats. Like I did everything.
Like CEO,
other than taking the photos, everything. And I thought, well, okay, A and then B and then C and then D. So that's it. That's all it takes. Let's do this. That's not it at all. And I feel like I have an idea. So the prayer gowns, it was a complete
best idea ever.
And that's idea. Our best seller. That's what we are known for now. We're actually working on something really exciting.
Love that feeling. But also it's like what's really good about your business, and to be specific, is the small touches that you add to your programs that are like, they're just like simple things that add an extra element.
That add value.
Do you know what I mean? You can easily just get programs from Alibaba, sell them online. Do you know what I mean? It works, but it's like the small detailed touches, like the little magnets at the back. Is it magnets? And like the satin, like it's cute. It's just
engraving.
And it's like, I know that's your brand. I know that's Chinutay. I know that's a program that I want.
Yeah.
And it's something like, I just love it.
Thank you. Well, actually, I did not skip any corners when it comes to my business. Like I put everything into it, and to the point where an entrepreneur would say, like, that's silly. Like, you're just throwing away money. But it's not my main source of income. I'm building like an empire in my mind, and I want it to be perfect. I want my customers to be so proud of what they're buying, and I want it to grow with the strongest like backbone. I don't want to compromise on nothing. And because it wasn't my main source of income, it was more of like a child. I did not skip any corners. And you don't see, while you're making it and while you're investing all of these pieces and not skipping any corners, making sure everything is perfect, you feel like, what am I doing? This is ridiculous. But if it's a passion project, you don't care how much time you put into it. It's your baby. So that was a good thing that I did. That at the time, my entrepreneur friends are like, that's not really smart. You're wasting time. You're wasting money.
Girl, it's a sellout. It's a viral.
I have a question. You know, like when you're in something, for example, you don't really like see like the growth of it because you're the one doing it, right? Did you ever like take yourself out and just think, wow, like I can't believe how big this is growing. I can't believe like
how quickly it's sold out as well.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like, mashallah, like I couldn't believe it. And that's when I had that moment.
Yeah.
When we sold out in 10 minutes, I was like, that's quick. That's crazy. That's when I actually stepped back, and all the stressors, because all the stressors that happen behind the business, nobody sees.
Yeah.
Even my staff that work with me, they come to work and they leave it at work and they go home. Me, I carry it in my sleep. I wake up because it's my baby. No one's gonna work as hard.
Third baby.
Exactly. Well, at the time, I didn't have any. So. But yeah, like pretty much. It's like my eldest.
Your eldest child.
That is so cute.
That's why if
like a full circle moment.
Yeah, if something's happened to someone's order, if something didn't arrive in the right color, I personally take it like, nah, like no,
I need to fix
we
this.
didn't skimp there. We're rectifying this right now.
Yeah.
And Allahumma barak, I think my customers really appreciate that about my shop, and it just gives me the confidence that like I can make whatever I make. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be bloody amazing.
Thank you. Inshallah.
So we're looking forward to the new drops, and I think that's the beauty of like when you start a small business. The fact that yours is still a small business is obviously a successful small business, but it's a small business. You guys are maintaining, you're focusing all the details, the small customer service issues that you're saying. That is what makes a brand.
Exactly.
Now, anyway, in 2023, that's what people focus on. Like, I want to buy from someone that I know.
I trust.
And I trust.
Right? That I know is going to give me good quality.
And it's a pretty stuff,
and
you know?
if something has gone wrong, then I know it's going to be dealt with very quickly. Like, that's all a customer really wants.
But as a person behind the scenes, you don't feel the growth until moments like that. No, you feel growth, but it's like on to the next.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a high that
so you're like, go.
Yes.
It's like the next high.
Us is like, oh my God, let's celebrate. Let's go for dinner. And I'm
like, no, next one.
Right, we can go to dinner. Meanwhile, I'm thinking, right, what's the next thing that I need to do?
Yeah.
I have had hundreds of ideas, like hundreds. And I have my best friend works with me. Actually, she works for the company as well, and we work together. And she's like my right hand woman, and she basically is like, "Man, I need to chill," or she'd be like, "That is genius."
Yeah.
So she says you need to chill a lot.
Oh God. But one of those ideas is gonna make you a billionaire, girl.
Exactly.
So, inshallah, don't worry.
So keep going. Also, like, it's nice having a best friend that like validates your ideas, but also tells you when we need to, like, you know, we need to scale it back now, or do you know what I mean?
Let's focus on this.
Let's focus on this. Let's deal with this before we do that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
A lot of people are like, how do you work? How have you employed your best friend and work full time with her? Like, and I'm like, because we wear different hats. Immediately when we're talking about work, we're like, right, done talking about the kids. Where are we with this?
Yeah.
What do we need to do? You need to do, and she's just as serious as I am. So it's a really healthy relationship.
Because a lot of people would say, right? Loads of people would think like, oh my God, how can someone like work with their bestie or their family member or
we
whatever?
see each other all the time.
Yeah.
Literally.
Me and Holly fight and then come on the podcast and act completely normal.
And you completely turn it off and then on to work.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's how it should be though, because you take your business very Like,
Seriously.
seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, no, but we love that for you, and we hope
you.
much more
Inshallah.
success for Chinutay and Co.
Inshallah, may Allah
Inshallah.
make the business and all the other businesses come into
Ameen.
fruition.
Oh my
and
God,
this,
can we get it?
this one's successful, inshallah. What?
I was gonna
what?
say, no, I'm not gonna say that, Dad. Don't worry.
What are you
I was
gonna
gonna.
say?
I want to sneak of what's coming, but
Oh,
don't worry.
Well, it's not anything we've ever launched before.
So exciting!
I'll be pending. I'll be waiting.
We're just gonna be there looking at our phones, like notifications on.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
early fall, inshallah.
Oh,
Inshallah, we're
that's
excited.
soon.
We're excited. We're
Inshallah,
excited.
that's so exciting.
Okay, so guys, we've got a lovely scenario from one of our lovely listeners. Thank you so much for sending this in. And we've got Chinutay to help us answer it today, so it's going to be great. Right, she goes, hi, girls. I want to get into it right away.
Oh,
That's what she said.
damn.
Okay, she goes, I'm 28. My husband's 31.
Okay.
We recently eloped 4 months ago, and we had our kitab. Is that a nikah?
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yep. So we had our nikah scheduled for fall. We also moved in together in a 2-bedroom apartment because my parents didn't want us to live together initially, but due to my immigration situation, they agreed, as we have to show the government we reside together. Ever since we moved in, things have been really bad.
Mm-hmm.
I did not live with him prior to this, so I understand that there's some adjustments and compromises that we both need to make, but things have been pretty shit. After we got married, I also found out that the man had 30k in credit card debt. In debt.
30k in credit card debt he didn't disclose before he married her.
Literally. I was not aware that it was 30k. He only mentioned to her that he had 14k worth of debt. She goes, on top of that, he has 38k in student loans. So naturally, he's not able to provide for me. I'm still in school for an advanced degree due to my immigration status. She goes, I can't contribute to the bills 50-50, so we do 40-60 on rent and utilities. She goes, obviously this has created a lot of tension in both our lives because I grew up in a household where my dad provided for us and he grew up where both parents contributed. I don't agree because religiously speaking, he should provide. We are both Muslim, but he doesn't practice like I would want him to. This has created another issue for us because before we eloped, I had full deal breakers, she said. So she goes, number one, someone that prays 5 times a day, someone that works out because I work out, someone that does not smoke weed, and someone that's clean. Okay.
Fair.
She goes, he assured me that he was working on these things and that he would make effort to be better. However, since our elopement, he's rarely prayed. He smokes weed. He doesn't clean unless I nag him for weeks and only recently started going to the gym. She goes, I laid out these deal breakers about a year ago. She goes, I feel like I effed up, that he's not the one, and now my parents are invested and people have accepted the invite and my case is with the government. We are in therapy. I feel like he says what the therapist says and I want to hear, but he never does anything. She goes, I recently found out that he's getting me a lab-grown diamond ring and I feel like it's cheap and tacky since I told him I don't want that, but his excuse is he's broke and can't afford it. If he was not financially ready, he shouldn't have married me and made me so miserable that he says that he did my immigration status and to help me out. He also said that he can upgrade it when he has money, but with his debt, that won't be the case for the next 6 years. Then we would be talking about saving for a house or something. And she goes, he's not able to do that. She goes, I don't know what to do or who to speak to. I'm just so sad about this whole situation and I feel so helpless. She goes, am I overreacting about the ring, the debt thing and everything?
Ring, yes, you're overreacting.
Yeah.
100%. Debt, he should have disclosed that to you. And that's his mess up. But I feel like...
It's giving like she's got the ick. Oh my God.
Yeah, it sounds like, you don't like him.
Do you know what the issue is? The issue is they're quite new with each other. So obviously these things are going to like shock her because she's like, oh my God, I didn't expect that you would be doing these things. Oh my God, you're not the right person as a result, right? Like there is no, there's no journey of just her prior, her knowing these things before.
And it's quite early as well.
Yeah.
They just had the nikah, right?
Right.
It's only been a year.
And they were living away from each other before that. So there's no way that she could have known if he prays 5 times a day or if he smokes weed or if he's do you know what I mean? I don't know. This one's hard because I think
feel like marriage is not as glammed up as people think it is. Even if there's things that you previously talked about prior to marriage, and then just things don't work out the way they do, you have to compromise. It's not going to be perfect.
No.
Finance, if it's such a big issue for you and there's no overlooking that, then you know what, fine, I get that. But to me, like, it just depends on what her priorities are. But things like rings and stuff, if he can grow out of it, it's not a big deal.
And if he said that he's going to get like a diamond ring for her afterwards, it's, you know,
it's marriage. It's a sacred union.
Exactly.
I mean, like, it needs to. You have to look past all of these things. But if it sounds like you're not happy,
and
if you're not happy, now is the time.
Yeah, to say
to get out.
Right? But the thing is, there's two things for me. I feel like she's 28, he's 31. I feel like she had really high expectations, like quite high, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think she really saw the positive side of him. Let's say she didn't know all the shit behind closed doors. Cool, I get that. But I think the difficulty for her now is seeing this reality and seeing that, okay, it might not all be so rosy. But you know, if you love this person, there's like things that you can like withstand, and then there's things that you can't. Do you know what I mean? And to me, it seems like
she has to decide whether or not she can
yeah, like
is this something that I am willing to put up with for this because I love this man, or is it not?
Yeah. Because it's not too late. I mean, it sounds like she's more concerned of what people will say. It's set in stone. It's not set in stone. Actually, it's never set in stone. No. So, I mean, if that's your concern, then I wouldn't worry about that. But if you love this man and you're willing to compromise and wait until he grows financially and all these things,
and mentally,
but realistically, marriage is not perfect.
Yeah,
you may have all these things and still not be happy.
Exactly.
So
true.
There may be a period where you're unhappy for a long time, then suddenly, you're happy. You've accepted that this is who you marry.
Yeah.
But it's a journey. Like, one thing I can say for certain is it's like a journey of just, you know, ups, downs, disappointments.
Have you managed 9 years of marriage?
How have I managed?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot
is
of
it 9
compromise.
or nearly 10?
It's 9. Yeah. It's 9 in the end of this month, inshallah.
Oh.
Our nikah, and our reception, I feel like I've compromised a lot. Things are not cookie cutter. What all these other you don't listen to anybody.
Not wisteria lane.
What works for you?
Yeah.
What works for your life?
Yeah.
What works for your day to day? Do you want to wake up next to this guy? Do you want to have his children? Would you like your son to be just like him?
Yeah.
Does he have those attributes? Can you be yourself? Not someone that you think they will love, but someone that will love you for your organic self, because eventually being someone else is so much work.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not going to stick. So are you being the girl that he wants you to be? Are you being yourself? Does he love you for who you are? Can you see yourself waking up next to this person for the rest of your life? Never mind the bank account, never mind all these things. I mean, I was broke when Amr met me. Like, nothing. I paid for college while I was in college, so I hustled. I worked 3 jobs. When I came here, I was like, right, what are we going to do?
Provide for me.
Yeah. So I feel like, circumstances can change, and they can change drastically.
And quickly.
Are you willing to stick through it, or are you just like, no, it's not for you? And it's okay if it's not for her.
Yeah.
You know, the stigma of like she has to, like, people know we had our nikah. Who cares if it's not for you? It's not for you. But
you still have a choice.
Yeah, you still have a choice.
Yeah. And I think it's also expectations. Like, sometimes I think the biggest problem in life is what you see on socials and what you see in life and other people, and Jane next door and like Halima next door. Like,
of course,
everyone's got this amazing life, and like,
is the thief.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I think that's also gassing her up a little bit. The fact that like, so-and-so's probably got this amazing life and her husband's paying for everything and she's got the diamond ring, and like he's praying 5 times a day, but he could be praying 5 times a day and be a shotter and next door. Like, you don't know. We don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, he could be ghost.
He could be the New York distributor.
He could be the New York distributor. So like, the grass is not always greener, but like, I just think this one is like one of those things that you need to soul search. Like, if he's really not for you, girl, you're gonna know.
I think she's got to pray istikhara on this one. It's just a thing where, because if you can't weigh up whether, or you know, if you can't weigh up if these things are deal breakers for you, and if like it outweighs the love and so on, so you gotta just ask Allah, like, what else can you do?
No one can tell you what to do. You have to do it yourself.
You have to do it yourself. I think she should pray istikhara. She should really think about if these things are things that she can actually withstand, and like help him work through these things. Like she already mentioned that they've got like counseling or what's it called?
Therapy.
But it seems like she did talk to him about these things, so he did misguide her in some aspect of that.
Yeah, I agree.
But then also the other shoe is basically how like there's so many people that get into situations with people and they change on them and they're not who they are, who they said they were, or like and that happens to quite a lot of people. And the biggest thing that I would say is like, if that happened to me, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'd stay. I'm saying that because of the situation that I'm in. If I'm financially stable and I know where I'm going and I know that I've got a roof over my head and support and like I don't need this person. Like at the moment, I think she kind of needs him. She's got that immigration status going. I'm not gonna lie, girl, don't be. If that's a green card you're waiting for.
Oh God, is she gonna stay for the green card?
But then she's doing the same, isn't it?
and then sack him off after.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that.
I just think patience. I'm not gonna lie. I hate when mother-in-laws like say, "I'll just be patient," but it's like in this situation, I'm not gonna lie. Give it a year and see what happens.
Although I don't know. What do you think is
No,
gonna
I think
happen?
she needs to decide what she wants.
No, but I think she needs to decide. But I also think if I'm being selfish and I'm being my toxic, I always say. There's two sides of me.
Choose you.
There's a toxic side of me and there's a nice side of me. If I'm being the toxic side, I'm not gonna lie, I would stay until I got that green card and then I'm dipping.
I feel like, do you know what? Yeah, stay until you get the green. That's the toxic.
And I'm
Well,
dipping.
he kind of messed her up anyways. So
So it's like
if you want to mess him back, then fine, that's on you.
Yeah. There's two ways to think about this. I think there's logic and there's emotions. Logic is very selfish. It's very me centered. Is this situation good for me, right? And then she weighs up the pros, the cons. Emotions, on the other hand, has this element of love, and I love this man, and maybe I can do this. Maybe, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
So I just think these two factors have to somehow, I guess.
And she can't make this decision when it's her period.
No, absolutely not. But she has to think logically and she has to also think with emotion. But I think number one, just consult Allah. Because I don't want to like say something like, oh yeah, like you should go with him. And then later on he turns out to be the biggest just naysayer and just isn't willing to work on himself, isn't willing to do anything to like make her happy. Just turns out to be this... just the opposite of everything that she wanted.
Yeah. And like, when something, guys, can we be honest with ourselves? Like, when something's not working. I'm not talking about our personal situations, but like just generally in life, like, when you're not happy about something and like deep down, you've already made that decision, but it's like the fear of like either saying it or the reaction that comes out of it. Do you know what I mean? So in this case, I feel like our sister here has already made this decision.
Yes, I think so too. And also take out what people think. Take out what is someone going to think of you. You're 1 year in your marriage. What would they think of you when you're 10 years in and you have 2 kids and you're like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to make the decision of what you want for yourself, because if things don't work out, at least you made the decision on you, not on someone else's accord.
Yeah. But when there's a will they, won't they sort of decision, there's always just this thing within you that wants you like to just experience, like it's like the fear of like, not the fear of missing out, but just the unknown. So it's like there's always this thing that like pushes you to, okay, you know what, I can withstand maybe 6 months of this, and if I don't like it, I'm gonna go. Like you start convincing yourself that this is something that perhaps you may be able to do, and then when your shit hits the fan, it's like, damn, I've shot myself in the foot. Like,
but also,
I just wanted to touch the hurricane a little bit. I just wanted to give it a little prod, see if I can do it. But
yeah, no, I agree with you. I think and another thing for me anyway that I've witnessed, if you haven't grown in a household where you had a stable family or like a stable mom and dad who weren't toxic or didn't argue, I mean, people argue, but do you know what I mean? Like didn't have a narcissistic relationship behind it, essentially, you are more willing to basically just be like more willing to like go through struggle or like go through pain or go through like, because you're so adamantly used to what you've seen. So in your mind you're like, okay, maybe I can work on this, maybe I can change this. And then there's other people who probably have gone through and seen narcissistic stuff essentially, but they're like more willing to just cut it off quickly.
It's a red flag for them.
Like boom, I'm done and I'm scared and I can't do this. So it's just like figuring out who you are. Like I know myself, girl, I will sit there and be like, what? Like everything wrong will be happening, and I will just sit there. But if it's like you're going through that situation and you're telling me, I'm like, what the hell? Get out. What's wrong with you? But it's like when it's me, I'm like, no, but like this happened. I'm like,
it's true.
Do you know? You make excuses, so it's like I don't know. It's just that
she has to make that. She has to make that decision. That's part of life. That's what you. And then whatever consequences happen, at least you could say, I made the decision. I have to deal with it.
Yeah.
You don't go based on a parent or a community. But if you know what I mean, just add up what works out for you. What did you expect? What did he lie? Like she has enough. She has legs to stand on in both directions.
Yeah.
If she walks away, I get it. Like. The math is not mathing. He's not praying. He's not doing all these things that he promised.
You got reasons.
You got reasons. So don't feel bad. But you have to make that decision.
Yeah. It starts with her and it ends with her.
Indeed.
Word to Colleen Hoover.
Oh my God, yeah. I'm so embarrassed I used to read Colleen Hoover.
Me too. I can't believe we used to read last year. We used to bang on about this author called Colleen Hoover. And
I don't know if you've seen it on TikTok.
I don't know if you've seen it on TikTok. Basically, she just...
You don't want to read it. You're good.
Honestly, the way we used to talk about her, we thought she was the best author in the world, like a literary genius.
She wasn't. It was like YA.
Is she?
It was like...
It was a children's book.
It was like a smarty children's book.
Green eggs and ham.
Genius! We loved her, but now I'm like ill.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Oh my God. Okay, guys.
Just last year?
Last summer.
We're embarrassed. Oh. You can listen to the episodes. Actually embarrassed. We were like, she's like, honestly, who can write this? What was she doing? Was she high? Like, how did she write this?
At least you were in it together.
Yeah. We're going to take that L together.
Okay, guys, thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. We hope you've enjoyed lovely Chinutay. Chinutay, have you got anything to shout out?
Well, thank you for having me. I forgot we were actually on air. I had such a good time. I felt like I was hanging out with my sisters.
Oh my God, yes!
So check, Mark.
Vibe check.
No, thank you for having me. This was an experience, and I will be back anytime. Actually, next week, Wednesday, where we...
Girl,
Inshallah.
No, that's going to be good. So, guys, thank you guys so much. Make sure you download and subscribe to the YouTube. Make sure you download and listen on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And I have been seeing the Apple reviews, and they've been wholesome.
Aww.
They've been wholesome. So keep them coming, inshallah, and hopefully we'll see you in another episode.
Inshallah.
Okie dokie.
Bye.
Bye.